let's create our tools inside Minecraft version 1.20.6. Things have changed and we will cover all of that in this video. Hello everyone, this is Ali Reza. Welcome to the Mentor Code Lab. In previous two episodes, I talked about the changes that happened inside tool materials. Now, previously in tool materials, the very first argument would be the mining level. And we would change the mining levels like so. We would use needs tool level 4, or if we want 5, 6, whatever. However, it is being changed inside the new version of Minecraft, that being 20.6. Here, the very first argument, now it is an inverse tag, meaning that if, for example, we are a stone tool material, we have some blocks that are incorrect for a stone tool. And if you look, incorrect for a stone tool covers the things that are above, the diamond tool, the iron tool, and these are tags. Same goes for netherite, but netherite is empty. So basically what Minecraft has done is that it says, hey, you know what? You are adding some blocks to the needs diamonds tool, for example. And then if you are defining something as a stone, I'm looking at those blocks and I'm blacklisting those blocks to be harvested by stone. This is the way they are covering the mining levels now. Basically, you don't have to work with digits. Now you are working with tags. So if you want a new tier of, for example, tool materials that are not working with netherite pickaxe, so you will add your blocks to your own tag. For example, needs, I don't know, ruby. And then inside incorrect for netherite tool, you just copy this line. Instead of Minecraft, you will use UIO and then needs ruby tool, for example. This way, and by the way, put it inside this incorrect for netherite tool. You can't tweak this incorrect for netherite tool because it's sitting inside the sources. What you should do is to find it, incorrect for netherite tool, copy it, and take note of the hierarchy of the folders. So data, Minecraft, tags, blocks. And then inside your resources, you will go to data, Minecraft, and here you should add those tags and blocks folders like so. So tags and blocks. So let's add them. A new directory called tags, and inside tags, new directory called blocks. And here you just paste that incorrect for netherite tool. Now we have our own version, so we don't need the source one. And we just copy this. And inside our own version, we would see something like this. Instead of Minecraft, you would use UIO and need Ruby tool, for example. And this way, your Ruby tool will be one tier above netherite. So whatever you add to the needs Ruby tool tag yourself, don't worry if you don't know what tags are right now. We will cover them in another video. But if you add anything to needs Ruby tool tag, can't be harvested by netherite. And that is how you are now handling the mining levels. Basically, you are using tags. So I will just keep this one empty for time being, closing this one. Now we will take a look at how we can mimic what vanilla is doing and create our own mod tool materials and then our own custom tools. Basically, if you look, this is how they are generating their own tags. For time being, we don't have tags. We will keep it there. But this is how they are creating their tool material. So it's an enum implements tool material. We had the same thing, enum that implements tool material. And this is the line they are using. I will just copy it, paste it, and let's take a look at what's missing. Expected 0 arguments, but found 6. Because we didn't add these, and we didn't add the constructor, okay? So we will copy that, and here we will add all of that on top of those overrides. Now what is wrong here? This is mod tool materials, and everything now works. Just like that. Just copy this section and change the name of the constructor. The private is redundant, so we will remove that. And everything works. And this says field can be converted to a local variable. Don't do that. If you want to get rid of that error, just go to disable inspection on Alt Enter, and this will disable that inspection. Now we just added a wood, however we want to change it. So we call it string, and now we should decide what is proper for the reverse tag. If we'll take a look at iron, for example, it says incorrect for iron. If your tool material is mimicking something like iron, you need to go and say incorrect for iron tool. And that is what we wanted. Then we say the item durability. Now for citrine, I want the citrine be close to diamond, but smaller than diamond. So diamond is 1561. I will put 1000 here. Mining speed, again, diamond is 8. Mine should be faster than diamond, so I will use 10. Attack damage is a 3 for diamond, and I will keep it as diamond. Enchantability. Now, enchantability for diamond is 10. However, for citrine, I will change it to 0. This enchantability of 0 means that it is not enchantable. So you can't put the item and a book inside the block and get an enchanted item out of the block. It won't work. Basically, I said that, hey, citrine is not enchantable. And then the repair ingredient means that when I want to repair the item, I can just put the item inside my crafting grid and then some ingredient inside the crafting grid, and it will repair the item. Normally, you would use the tag if you want something that has different types of blocks with the same tag. For example, here he is using planks, but I am using items. So of items. And here I'm saying that, hey, I want a very special item. And here is mod items dot. Now, normally I would go with citrine, gem citrine, and that would work. However, I want to make my mod a little bit harder. So for example, if you want to repair an axe, you have to put more effort into repairing it. And I know that for sure that I will have plates. So I will have plate citrine. And 4 citrines will be converted to 1 citrine plate. So basically, I'm asking for a player to use 4 citrines to repair the axe or sword or whatever, making things hard for them. Now copy this and change this semicolon to comma and just give a new name. For example, copper, incorrect for iron again, and then the durability for copper. I want to stay close to irons, but more durable than iron. Same mining speed, less attack damage, and again, no enchantability. For enchanting, you will see why I'm not making them enchantable, because they are very durable, and I don't want players to have overpowered items. 1 and enchantability is 0. Again, plate, this time copper. Copy this section, paste it. Pay attention that I copied the comma and pasted before semicolon. Now copper, the next one is enderite. Enderite is a very special thing for me. The enderite will be a new tier of item. Basically, I have to provide my own tags for this. I will put a to-do, add enderite tier tag. For time being, I'm going for netherite tool. Anything that is incorrect for netherite can be harvested by enderite. Durability, this one is crazy, 3000. Mining speed, very fast, 24. Attack damage, high, 5. And again, no enchantability. But this time, I'm debating if I want to use the enderite itself as ingot or I want to use the plate. The plate means that 4 enderites will be used for 1 tool repair. We will use plate, and I will talk about game balancing right now before going forward. When you are coding your mod, you are not sure if things are balanced or not. For example, right now I'm not sure if converting a plate as an repairing item material is a correct way or not, because later down the road I'm not sure how I'm crafting the item. And that is something that I should sit back and think, but you may not figure it right now. The way to figure it is to play your game with your mod alone. Don't add any extra mods there. Maybe REI is okay. I don't know. Journey map is okay. Things like that are okay, but any mod that adds extra functionality should be kept out. And you should sit back and play like a normal gameplay, a very long gameplay. And that is when you will find balancing problems and you will come back and fix them later. So don't push yourself if you are not sure if, I don't know, for example, the ingredient is okay or not right now. Then we will add ruby. Ruby is, again, gem, but I want to make it close to diamond, a little bit more durable than diamond. This durability is close to netherite. 2000, and then mining speed fast 12. Attack damage is 4, and no enchantability plate ruby. And the final one is sapphire. When you copy paste, please don't skip any of these. Move one parameter after one parameter, read to the end of the line and make sure that everything is the way it should be. Okay, right now we fixed our mod tool materials. It's time to add our own tools to the game. Now, if we want to add tools, it's really simple. We take a look at the items from Minecraft, and it sits under not tags here, net Minecraft item, and there is an items class here, but you should generate the sources first and then you see the source. Iron sword is a name, a new item, and they are casting it to item. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I don't need to do that. The sword item, and then we will use our own material. We will use the settings, and attribute modifier here says create attribute modifiers for tools blah with base attack damage and attack speed. So basically, you see that this is attack damage. This one is base attack damage and attack speed. Okay, let's copy this. And we will come back to our mod items here because we are going to add our own item. Take note, these are the heads. These are items like this if I want to show you. For example, head citrine axe. So this is an item that I will use for crafting recipes later, and that is not the sword itself or anything else. I will add this section for sword. I will come back and find the axe. So I'm just searching with Control F. And again, here is iron axe, copy, paste, going to the Minecraft source code, Control F for hoe. And these are the hoes. So iron hoe, Control C, paste. And I deliberately left an empty line here because I will have an item that Minecraft doesn't have. And then it's a pickaxe. So I just hit pickaxe, iron pickaxe, Control C, Control V. And then the shovel, I think, is remaining. Yes. And that is iron shovel. And we are done with copying the items. Okay, now things need to change because we are making our own. So this is tool. I don't know. Let's just start with citrine. Citrine axe equals items.register. Now, we are changing this because we have our own register item method. And the name will be tool underline citrine axe. As you see, it says the casting is redundant. So new axe item, then tool material is mod tool material dot citrine. The settings, here is another change. I noticed that in previous versions, if you look, uh, we had to send in this base attack damage and attack speed ourselves inside the X item. So it was like the tool material, then those two numbers, and then the settings. But Minecraft changed it so that now we are saying item.settings attribute modifiers. This is an X item. Create attributes for us. The material is mod tool materials dot citrin. Then the base damage will be, don't know which one I want to choose. I'm just using iron here. And iron is base attack damage of 6. And I'm going for iron here. Okay, I will keep it as iron. Attack speed is minus 3.1. Now, in previous versions, it was a positive number. Here, it became a negative number. Okay, let's break this guy down for more readability. And that's our new way of adding the base attack damage and attack speed. Now for the iron hoe, let's break it again, but let's continue. We'll say tool citrin hoe, and I will cheat. Paste, 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 paste. And this is tool citrin. So instead of iron, I will paste that part. Be very, very careful what you are doing here. And tool citrin instead of the iron. Remove the redundant part. And now we can continue. So this is mod tool materials citrin. And it says new item settings, attribute modifiers. Drop it down. I'm trying to make these things indented properly. Okay. And then we go for modifiers. The tool material is mod tool materials.citrin. We break this section down. And for citrin, now again, I'm keeping it close to iron. So I will just use the values from iron. Basically, my tools are equivalent of the corresponding materials inside the tool materials being iron and then diamond and netherite. But the things that changed is the durability and enchantability and stuff like that. But the base attack damage, the attack speed should correspond to the proper tier material that I copied from the vanilla. Now, this guy is using citrin, all three of these, cheating to the core. The next one is shovel. Item settings, attribute modifier, break it down, indent properly, break it down, indent properly, paste, break it down and indent. And sort, paste, indent, and drop it down and indent properly. Okay, these are the base Citrine tools. Basically, what I did is just copy the vanilla and just change the mod tool materials. If you want to, yes, you can change these base attack damage and attack speed, whatever. I'm keeping them as they are. Now, I have a new tool and it's a hammer, but I don't have a class for hammer for time being. So I will just go and copy the pickaxe and I will call it hammer and I will put a to-do list here, add hammer class for tools, because we have to cover this hammer in a very special way. But all I need to do is now add hammer, and these guys need to be indented properly. And the rest should be self-explanatory. And that's basically our very first set of tools. However, now we need to deal with the translation. So duplicate it, put a comma there. And this is item UIO tool citrin hammer, for example. And by the way, I added few blocks as goos. Don't worry. They are just simply simple blocks right now. They have no functionality. We will take a look at them later. We have this citrin axe. So I will put a comma, duplicate. This is tool citrin axe and citrin axe. Oh, then we'll have pickaxe, then shovel, shovel, and shovel. And the last one is the sword. And that's our translations. For model provider, these are items. And inside tools, you see that we just have these for teleporter, tuner, wrench. These are simple tools that we have. But for other tools that we keep in hand, we have to change it. So we have to say it's handheld. And You see that handheld mace, rod, and hanging lantern. We don't want them. We just want handheld, and the handheld is for tool citrine axe, duplicated few times. This will be hammer, hoe, pickaxe, shovel, and sword. So these are the models. Now we don't have anything for loot table and for mod block tag provider. The only thing remaining is just adding some recipes for our tools and generating our data gen. By the way, add them inside item groups. So for item groups, these are the blocks, these are the ingredients, these are machine group, and this is the tools. So I will add it inside the tools before these heads. I will just duplicate this and say mod items tool citrine axe, duplicate a few times, and then hammer, hoe, pickaxe, shovel, and then sword. Now the only thing that is left is to create our data using our data gen. And as you see, our data is being generated, so it should be under generated assets, models, item. So I should have tools blah, and these are the tools. So I will just select all of them, git add, so that they will be added to GitHub later. And now if I run the game, I should be able to see the tools and they should be functional. Let's take a look. Now, if you see something like this, it says that error in current selected data packs. It's preventing the words from loading if you want to go to safe mode. What does it mean is that something in your data pack has changed between the game creation and last save and this running. If the only thing you are doing is just adding some items, some blocks, and some block entities, things like that, it is okay to hit the safe mode. However, if you are working with world generation, world gen, be sure that everything is working before hitting this safe mode because it can crash the game. If that happened, no worries, just create a new creative test world and you have to do a stuff from scratch. So let's go with safe mode and it says failed to load. So something is changed. Now we will delete it, and that is exactly why I always have this piece of comment on top of my main class. This is the preset for creating a new world. And as you see, the game crashed. Now, if you take a look at the error, that's a good habit. Always check the error. Somewhere we should see what was the problem. So we have to scroll all the way up to find the very first entry for the problem. And it's way beyond the scope of this log file, but it says parsing error, loading recipe, netherite, chest plate, smithing. Okay. Copper ingot from smelting raw copper. Diamond from okay, looks like some of the vanilla recipes that we added all have problems. Time to take a look at them. Maybe things changed. We go to data, Minecraft, recipes, and find one of them. Which one was the first one? Netherite chestplate smithing. We will find that one. Netherite chestplate smithing. We see this smithing transform. Let's take a look at our own data, not the generated one, inside our resources, data, Minecraft, recipes, and let's take a look. Okay, we have to compare these two to each other and let's see what is the change. Minecraft smithing transform addition item Minecraft. Well, I added a stick, base item Minecraft stick result. We have a count here. We didn't have that before, so we will add it here. Is count one Minecraft stick template item Minecraft stick. I don't see why it should yell at me, but let's take a look at the last error. Null point exception. This is the real error. The previous ones are just, I don't know, some errors that won't crash the game, but this will crash the game. A null point exception and the stack trace does not come back to anything related to my mod. Okay, everything is fixed and we will come back and talk about the fixes, but let's take a look at the game. First of all, every texture is being added. Now, the hoe hoes correctly and the shovel paves the path and gets the dirt. The pickaxe is working correctly. The sword, however, is a little bit confusing because we set the damage to be 3. However, when we hit the pig, we get 3.5 hits. That's okay. I don't know how to fix that, basically. Now the hammer, we set it to be axe. So it strips the log, it breaks the log. And again, the axe works correctly. Let's take a look at the problems and how we fix them. First things first, if you noticed in the video before I paused the video, these were grayed out, and here we were returning zeros and nulls. We were not using our variables. So the null point exception was related to this section that we were sending in the tags, and we were returning null. When we return the proper variables, everything is being fixed. We return the durability, mining speed, attack damage, inverse tag, enchantability, and for repair item, we use .get and it will return the generic type T as the item itself that being used. And you don't need to regenerate the data. Everything will work. I just added the textures not only for citrine, but the rest. And the only thing that I changed by parameters is the enderite tier, and I updated the attack damage to be 15, basically much more damaging sword. We will have it in the game because for enderite, I'm thinking about a very special sword that will give you extra ender pearls when you hit enderman. And I want those endermen to be one-shot killed. I may update this number later based on the health of the enderman. Now the only thing remaining is to just copy paste this whole thing and make other tools. Now remember, I can hit Control Alt T and it asks for a region fold or region and region comments. I use region and region, and I will call it Citrine Tools. Why did I do that? Because like before, I can close these regions and they are not block of code. They are just regions that is folding, unfolding, and it helps making the code much more readable as we go forward. So basically, now I just need to copy this region and then come back and paste the region and then just change the names and textures and everything will work. Instead of citrine, we will have copper, enderite, ruby, and sapphire. But for hammers, we have extra for diamond hammer and then gold, iron, and netherite hammers, and of course the stone and wood hammers. And that would be the whole tool section. We already defined the materials for them, so it's just, like any other tool creation, we just need to sit back and tweak the parameters. And as I said, I will copy these numbers based on the tier of material that I'm getting. For copper, it will be iron. For enderite, I will copy the netherite and maybe make it more damaging. For ruby and sapphire, I will copy the diamond. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on that bell so that when I publish a new video, you will get informed. Have fun, everyone. Bye.